Hey y'all, welcome to Life on Goldman Road. I am Brenda, and today we are in the kitchen, which is still a wreck. But we're going to do an old-fashioned banana pudding. Now, a lot of you, myself included, have done the easy banana pudding with the Jell-O and the Cool Whip, and maybe even added cream cheese. They are all fabulous. Depends on your time. But today, I have a friend that wants the old-fashioned cooked banana pudding. This is like your grandmother used to make. So we are going to get started on that. Now I'm going to change the direction of the camera, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm doing. It's going to be an odd angle, but we're going to work through it. So let me get you situated. Okay, y'all, we have 1 whole egg and 4 egg yolks in our saucepan. We are going to add 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Okay. And we're going to add 3/4 cup of sugar, 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, 3 cups of milk, and we are going to whisk this together. So let me get my sugar. All right, so 3/4 cups of sugar. Excuse me. Let me get. There we go. And then I have my cheat notes over here beside me. Let's see. Do I have the salts nearby? No. So we're going to go ahead and add our 3 cups of milk. Now I'm using whole milk. In a lot of the recipes that I have seen, they recommend the whole milk rather than skim milk or, whatever, 2%. So I'm sure it just makes this a lot richer. So 3 cups of whole milk. All right, let me grab, here's the salt. Let me grab the salt. We're going to do 1/8 of a teaspoon. So just really and truly just a pinch. Get our whisk. We're going to go medium heat on this. My whisk is attached to another whisk. Here we go. Now, we're going to just mix this together really well. Now, I said we had 1 whole egg and 4 egg yolks in here. I have our other egg whites here in this bowl, and that is going to be our meringue. So, we will do that when we get this custard. But this is going to make a custard. This will be a nice thick consistency in about 10 or 15 minutes. So I'll bring you back when it starts to thicken up. Okay, now I know it's probably hard for you to tell, but this is starting to thicken up. The flour in this is starting to do its job, and it is starting to come together, and it's going to come together pretty quickly right here, because we have gone from literally a liquid to we are starting to get a custard consistency. So we're going to just continue to move it around. We don't want it to stick, but you're going to see it form and to where we can move this whisk through it. If you can see, it's starting to thicken, and it's going to be there in just a little bit. You don't want to burn it, so you want to keep it moving this whole time. But there is our custard. It's still a little loose, but this is a banana pudding, so you know what Jell-O pudding looks like. So this is what your custard should look like as well. Just keep it moving so you don't scorch it. I'm also preheating our oven to 450 because we are going to brown brown our egg whites when we get those put on top. Now this has a beautiful yellow color from our egg yolks, so there's no added colors or anything like that in here. But there you have it. That is our custard. Let me see. You might can tell a little better with this. Ooh, you hear that? Just that second of not whisking. See that? I'm gonna let it finish cooking here for just a second, and then it will be ready to. It'll thicken as it cools too, so just be aware of that. Let me get rid of this whisk. We are finished with it. I've got my heat off. We are going to move this off the heat just a little bit and add our vanilla. Let me see if I can keep y'all in. We're gonna do a little bit of vanilla in there. Stir, stir, stir. Oh gosh, that smells so good. I should have kept my whisk for this last part, but I didn't. But that's okay. And that is our custard. So yummy. Okay. Okay, back with me. All right, we are going to make sure this is all mixed up, and then we're going to move this to the back eye and start working on our egg yolks. That is going to be our meringue. Before we do that though, I want to show you. I don't know, can you see? It doesn't really separate, but you can draw lines in it. But when I pick it up here on my spatula, it's clumpy, like when it falls off. That's kind of liquidy there, but like I said, as it cools, it is going to thicken up. I know it's kind of loud, but we've got our egg whites going here in our mixer, and we are just going to beat them until they are stiff peaks, and then we are slowly going to add in a 1/4 cup of white granulated sugar. So we're going to let this go until we get soft or stiff peaks. Okay, here's our egg whites, and I hope, let me take this off so you can see. Do you see how that's sticking up? Can you see how that forms peaks that doesn't fall? That's a stiff peak. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn the mixer back on, and we are going to slowly drizzle in our 1/4 cup of sugar. And it may get loud, so I apologize. And we need to scrape down our sides too, because if you know in the past, our whisk does not get along the sides very well. But that's okay, we need to scrape down the sides anyway. For when we go to put it on, we want every drop of goody that we can get. Okay. 1/4 cup of sugar in. Okay, we're going to call that good. We're going to let it sit there for just a second. And I don't know if I can turn you around to where you can see. Whoop. Let me see what I can do here. And I apologize for the lighting. Okay. Now here's our pan that we're going to add everything into. And I have started doing, I've got one layer. These are mini vanilla wafers. I just kind of poured some in and made sure there was, you know, the bottom was covered. I like a good covering on the bottom, and then we can place them a little bit more pretty through the layers. But here we are with our first layer. We're going to do a chopped up banana down here and fill it up, and then we're going to layer on our filling. So let me get the bananas. Now, as you can see, my bananas are a little bit speckled, which is fine. I like a softer banana in my banana pudding. Sometimes when you get bananas in the grocery store, they're still a little green, and it's a pretty tough banana. It's very firm, so I prefer the softer bananas. And we're just going to chop this up. We're probably going to do 2 here on the bottom, and then we'll just kind of spread everything out as it goes. It doesn't have to be perfectly covered. Again, you just kind of want to get a hit of banana as you're eating through this. So let's do another one. I have 5 bananas that we can put in here. And these bananas are fine. Another day and I would have probably had to make banana bread. So I am very happy that she decided today was the day for her banana pudding. Okay, I'm gonna go with that because we're gonna spoon in some of our pudding. Now our oven has reached temperature. Now our pudding is still warm, so it is still kind of hot, but we're gonna just scoop it over. And then we're going to go in with another layer of cookies, which is a favorite. Now, I have got a cousin. She loves banana pudding, but she doesn't love the bananas. So, she likes the vanilla wafers and the pudding. No bananas. Everybody to his own. Do what you want to do. Kind of jumbled up right here in the corner, so kind of space them out a little bit. Go back to our banana. Okay. Go ahead and do another one. Now this is supposed to be done in a 9x13 pan, but it is for a couple. So I figured one in this pan. It's a roasting pan. It's a small roasting pan. So I figured it would be thicker, taller. So we're gonna try it this way. So let's add a little bit more pudding. Okay. And trust me, this all will get down in there and spread out because we have so many layers. So it's gonna be fine. And I like the mini cookies just because they're just, I don't know. They're easier to bite. You get a bite of cookie rather than, a whole or a piece, or because the bigger cookies are sometimes hard to break or, get in your mouth all at one time. My canine security team says someone is coming down the road. They are always on duty, and they are usually very aggravating. Lost my train of thought of where I was going, and we're running short. And sorry, I know you can't see, but we're gonna just kind of drizzle this on because we want to get one more good layer. Back to our cookies. And I'm not going to put very many cookies on this layer. We're going to finish up our banana and a half. I did 5 bananas in this. You can do less, you can do more. Depends on your preference of bananas. I'm assuming since she requested this, they like bananas. And a bite for me. All right. We're going to take the last of our pudding mixture. And it has cooled. So, you can see it kind of stands on the spoon a little better. We're going to get this in all of its goodiness in this pan. Let me scrape it out. All right. Okay. Get as much as we can off of our spatula. And we are going to cover up, we're going to do a thin little layer of just some cookies. And then we're going to do our meringue. So, let me get another spatula since we used that one with the pudding. Sorry. Now, my daughter is not a fan of the meringue. She just, I don't know if it's the texture or the taste or what. She's not a fan. So we usually do Cool Whip with her, but we are gonna, let's just do this. We're gonna get it on there one way or the other, right? Now, like I said, our oven is preheated to 450. It is not going to take long. You cannot walk away from this at this point when you put it in the oven because it will brown and be too done before you know it. So, we want to get all of this underneath hidden, all the goodie. And I'm not good with my right hand because I am a lefty all the way. All right. Good deal. Now, what we're going to do is just kind of tap here and there and make some little peaks. And it's a little less than stiff peaks now because we let it set for a little bit, but it'll still be pretty. So in the oven this goes. All right, y'all, that will literally take about 5 minutes, so we really have to keep a check on it. So I'm gonna kind of crack my oven door so I can peek in but not lose too much of the heat. Yeah, and I'm gonna watch this very, very, very closely. Can y'all see? Can you see? The peaks are starting to brown. So we are going to watch it super, super, super close. Because you can see right there on the edges. And then the peaks. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. All right. We'll see when it comes out. All right, y'all. Look how pretty. We have brown. We have white. Excuse my shadow. But it really did. It has turned out beautifully. I'm going to let this cool a little bit. And then I can call my friend to come and pick it up because this really needs to go to another house in a hurry before I get into it. All right, y'all, just like that. Quick, easy, simple, not a lot of ingredients, not hard at all. You can do this. Your grandmother would be proud. Try it. Let me know how you think. What you think about it. Do you like banana pudding? Or do you prefer something else? Let me know. All right, y'all. Until next time, I will see you later.